All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode here of Clixin It. We are going to be doing some team building for the Bradcast 3v3 tournament that is coming up. It is Super Highlander, which means that whoever is on your team cannot be on any of your teammates' teams. So far, who we have for the 3-on-3 tournament is we got Miles, Kane, and we have Austin Murray. Kane's here for support and to convince us to put 1776 on our teams. Dan is going to be the other part of the 3v3. I can't because my wife works that Saturday, and I don't think I can convince my mom or her parents to come watch for the whole day because last time I did that, Worlds happened, and it was just a long day for me and for the parents. So I'm going to hand it off to our other teammates here. So, like I said, the Bradcast, it is 3v3 Super Highlander. It's same as Team Nats where whatever team goes 2-1 or 3-0 gets the win, and then you go from there and forth. I know a lot of Phoenix Nest people are in that so far. I think there's like 3 or 4 Phoenix Nest teams, so we have that to deal with. Clix Mafia is in there. Uncanny Clixmen are in there, and I think that's it. I think there's only 5 teams so far. So let's talk a little bit about what you guys are going to want on your teams. Now, War of Realms is legal. There's not a ton in there. There are some gems, but there isn't a ton, unfortunately. Miles, let's start with theme. What's a keyword that you are looking for this tournament?
I've been thinking of going with an Avenger swap or trying the Frightful 4 swap.
Okay. So are you thinking more like Scientist Prime Wrecker swap? Or just Frightful 4 swap?
I was thinking about doing that, but with Wizard getting that trait, if I had the other Prime, I think it's War Machine, everyone gets penetrating damage, so that would give me penetrating poison if I threw in Hydro Man.
Not War Machine. The Wrecker... You mean Punisher?
Yeah, Punisher War Machine.
Is that Punisher War Machine? Wait.
No, it's the uncommon Prime, I'm pretty sure, from that set.
Yeah, not Punisher War Machine. It's just Punisher.
Yeah, his name's just Punisher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's like a little person in a spacesuit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Punisher's Prime part of the Fatal 5? Or Fearsome 4? That's amazing. How did I not know that?
Why haven't they seen play yet?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I get with the trait that I'm able to use any Frightful 4 special with Wizard, if I give Wizard that deal penetrating poison with people with 2 action tokens. But yeah. I'm probably never winning map with 4.
No, you're not winning map unless you roll super lucky. I mean, it is possible. Someone could roll a 7. You could roll a 10 or whatever. I mean, it is. I've seen non-theme beat teams of 10 that are themed, so it is possible.
And then Avengers, I was thinking about doing with Ultron Pym.
Yeah.
Having him there in case they do a theme team. Because if he's not on my starting force, then they're not going to say they're not themed.
Yeah, Ultron Pym, I think, is really good.
I think he's just hard to deal with. He's just hard to play around today because it triggers a lot of retaliations.
He does. That's his one downside.
Once rotation happens, I think he'll be better in C play.
I think his value will go up much better once we have all those Colossals out of there. Because all we'll have left after Dark Phoenix is Gigantas, and then the new ones.
Surtur and Ymir.
I think that's it for retails, for the most part.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Maybe I think that was maybe from Cav if that doesn't rotate.
Yeah.
But that's an off shot.
Yeah. Austin, what are some keywords you're thinking of for this tournament?
Fantastic Four, with that new She-Hulk, and Asgardian Spider Fam deity-ish thing.
Kind of what we talked about on the podcast last night.
Yeah.
Because we were playing with Gamora Prime last night. Or not last night, Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday. I was listening to it. I think with Gamora Prime, since she only has Impervious, playing that super rare Thor at 100 points as a decent, like a really good primary attacker helps her a lot. Because it gives her a stop click, basically.
How does that give her a stop click?
So he makes it to where if they take 4 or more damage, they only take 3.
That's right.
Like they'll take the stops at 3. So it literally just gives her a stop click. So everyone with the Asgardian, or I think it's just Asgardian keyword or adjacent to him, basically just gets it. Just only takes 3 damage.
Would you play her at 50 or 100?
I like her at 125. Obviously, 125 I like it, but 60 is probably her best point, honestly.
The Chase She-Hulk are we talking about?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about for the Asgardian thing. My bad. No, so I'm thinking She-Hulk at 100 because you can swap her in with Blackbeard and give her the Stones of Merlin.
Yeah. I think she's a figure that people aren't talking about.
Yeah.
The fact that she can just... I mean, she has great stats. Long dial. Yes, of course, Sky Tyrant eats through her. What else is new? But I'm so sick of that math.
Yeah,
but she's
honestly.
got TK for free. So even if you play her at 50, she's got TK for free for 50 points. She's like a little bit more expensive Magneto.
Yeah, honestly, and overall, she's hitting 13 for 5, unless you have an object, and she's hitting 13 for 6, unless you choose the extra damage dealt by 1 with an object.
Yeah, and she
That's
generates her
damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
You don't have to worry about zigzagging to get an object or anything like that. You can just generate one.
Yeah, and you still play Lockjaw with her. She's probably more or less using that free TK for like your Franklin Richards.
Yeah.
TK him out to get his range attack off, and then she just goes in with Lockjaw or something. Because you still play her with Super Rare Thing, and obviously the 19 defend and empower, so that's even more damage, and list goes on.
Yeah. Kane, what are some of your thoughts? Me and Kane have the same beautiful mic, by the way. If you can
sound real crisp there.
Crisp mics here. We're upgrading here on Clixin It.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm really liking we kind of were bouncing ideas back and forth for the Spider-Man family kind of shenanigan. I just don't know when you go that route, like if we can have a win condition. I feel like with a lot of these teams, like Adam, like we haven't talked about the team you came up with, but like this monster team, like maybe you can go over that here in a second, but a team that has has so many win conditions that it's hard to come across. It's like hard to go over it. So when you're sitting across those type of teams, which you will, right? You will have those teams. Like, what can you bring to the table that will, like, win you the game? Like, what is a winning element for the team? And with Spider-Man family, like, as much as I love them, I just don't know what that is. With the new Mary Jane and War of the Realms, that does open up the doors for a Deity and Asgardian. But I feel like, especially with Deity, a lot of high point figures. I feel like there's a lot more of those. So again, my thoughts are, again, I would love to see a Spider-Man family. I just don't know where the win conditions are for those, excluding the figures that you came up with, Adam. So if you want to tell us what your team.
I mean, for my monster team or my monster team? I mean,
some light on what I'm talking about.
The monster team is really a reflection off Azurus. I hate that because I used to have a lisp, so it always comes out when I say his name. Azurus. Is just he had a great strategy with that team. I don't know if you guys watched it, but basically
No, I missed it, unfortunately. I was actually trying to find it.
So he's got Venom. His team was Venom Wolverine, Venom Magneto, Blackheart, Commissioner, and Sky Tyrant. I believe it was a +5. But what he basically did was he had Wolverine copy Underworld to carry Blackheart. Blackheart would auto-make a Hellfire Guard, do his free charge or running shot, and then when Wolverine had 2 action tokens, he would move Blackheart into position to attack, and then Wolverine would do a free attack because she attacked with 2 free actions, or 2 free tokens. So he's getting across the map, just going to leapfrog and carry Venom, or carrying Blackheart with Wolverine, and then carrying Wolverine with Blackheart. It was a great strategy.
Yeah, and to speak on that, like to what I was alluding to earlier, is all of those figures can do something, right? Like they all hit hard, they all have rollouts, they all bring something that that other teams really don't. Plus Venom Magneto, like we haven't really talked about how amazing that figure is.
Yeah.
we all
There's not
know,
enough to say.
right?
There's not enough to say.
You're right.
It's just not enough.
I'm sorry, but like my question for Monday is if you could get rid of one figure in HeroClix, who would it be? And I think him and Sky Tyrant are top of the list.
Well, those would be number 2. Those would be the top 2 easily.
That is not worth 55 points or 50 points and not worth 35 points. Like, I don't know where they come up with that algorithm and then they make just another figure for 50 points that is absolutely garbage.
We get figures we get figures that are 75 points, 85, 60. Like I think in the old Carnage set there was like the Superior Spider-Man. Either way, like, you know, for 50, 60, 70, so 85 points you get the Sky Tyrant and Venom Magneto. So it's just like, it's
and I get it,
ridiculous.
they're chases. The algorithm for their math comes down. But then you got figures like this new Doctor Strange. Like, how is this new chase Doctor Strange 75 points with no move when attack and a 2 damage Psychic Blast?
Yeah.
And all he is a mind control. You know what I heard someone made the comment is, you know what else is 75 points in mind controls? Jason Wingard.
Yeah.
And
he can chain it.
He can keep doing it, yeah.
And make bystanders to help him. And has Mastermind. And has Shape Change.
And can take tokens anywhere off the map with leadership.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
He just... they were really... I feel like a lot of these chases, they really just didn't put as much effort in them as they did with Empire's chases and Wonder Woman's chases and all that.
I mean, there's little tweaks they could have made of this Doctor Strange. Like, give him a 19 defense, and then he's a 19 defense defender. Like, that's something, at least.
Yeah, I mean, that at least gives him some use.
That's
some
something.
use, that's for sure.
But starting 3 damage is even something. It's just, Anyways, and then
we can
also,
be down that rabbit hole forever.
Azareth also had a orange Proteus for the barrier to kind of protect him, but I was thinking doing 2 Moloids because then Wolverine can carry 2 Moloids and then do a 5 attack damage for free.
Did he have a Moloid on the team? I don't remember if you said it. Is that how he got Underworld?
No, he got Underworld through a commissioner.
Oh, right. I forgot you said. Yeah, that's right. I forgot he had Underworld. Okay.
Yeah. So
either the 2 Moloids or 1 Moloid and a green Proteus. I think green Proteus is still really good right now too.
I just like that
a lot of people are using him.
Yeah, I just like the fact that Wolverine can do 5 damage for free. So like,
you know what?
So you,
I feel like
you charge exploit for 5 damage, and then you have 2 tokens, and you do another 5 damage. I don't know.
No, the Moloids would be better for that because you're good. You're like you're alpha striking, so you're not sitting in the back for the Proteuses. That would make more sense.
Yeah. Because even though what you could do is, carry up. Can you carry up 2 or 3 with Underworld?
It's 2 if they're lower points.
It's 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's one if they share a keyword, right? Like it's one if they share a keyword.
They just have passenger 1 flat out, and then it's passenger 2, but only to carry characters that have lower points and share a keyword.
So maybe then just 1, because what you could do is carry up Blackheart and Moloid with Wolverine, and then KO a guard to have Blackheart charge with a Moloid, because he can't carry 2, and then put Waldo Arms on Wolverine for another free attack, or do a Green Proteus. I don't know. I like the team, but I don't like to steal people's ideas that they have already had. That's why I didn't like my Animal team, because it was kind of a ripoff of Tyler Spee's team.
And I get
nothing against Azareth's skill, but I was actually kind of surprised to see that team won against the other monster team he was playing against.
Everybody was. He just played it super well.
I like Venom Wolverine, but 75 points for that's a lot when Sky Tyrant is there. It's a sadness, but it's just a lot when Sky Tyrant does the same thing but better.
Yeah.
So I was actually kind of surprised to see that. And I'm glad. I'm glad it happened, though. I am glad it happened.
Well, then he also made Rookie, so then Wolverine had Stealth from Batman. So
there you go. That's a good one. That's good, actually.
So Wolverine is a lot more durable than people think because she has a stop click. She has a 20 up close. If she's within 4 squares of somebody, she can't be targeted. End of story, which is great.
If you don't take her out on that stop click, she can heal full.
Yeah,
like she can heal full right away next turn. So
true.
Insane.
But let's talk. And like I said, Dan, we don't know what he wants to play, so we're just gonna build Miles and Austin's team, and then he can have the scraps.
To be fair, I volunteered for the scraps first, Dan. Sorry you can't be here. I'm just saying.
He might have his lady friend over tonight because we have our event tomorrow. So I don't know. Or he's really mad at me for pulling the both super rare primes in the same day from this new set.
Are you gonna? We'll talk more.
He hates that. No, go ahead, Kane.
I was just gonna call dibs on that figure. That's all. But he's getting it. I think
it's
he was
dibs for $120 if you want it, Kane.
Dang, $120. I mean, I'm good.
I mean, a lot of other people were selling them for $150 for not too long ago. So
I'm giving the discount double price. But yeah, he's probably mad at me because he hates that I pulled. Now I'm not going to pull anything for the event tomorrow because we are doing a 3 booster seal tomorrow. So I'll just pull crap tomorrow.
I remember sitting across you in Battle Royale. I was like, you don't pull bad, bro. You don't pull crap.
I just pulled Juggernaut in Battle Royals. What can I say?
Yeah.
And you got Rocket from your case break, didn't you?
I got Rocket from the case break. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I did get 2 of the same super rares, if that is anything. I got 2 Iron Allfathers, which apparently he's hard to pull. Not a lot of people are pulling him, and I got 2 Valkyries. But let's do some team building. Miles, give us the keyword that you want to work with, and we'll go from there.
Avengers.
Going Avengers. All right.
Yeah.
So now the first
search of Avengers.
First thing we have to decide with Avengers is: do you want 2 Captain Americas to swap out both of them, or do you want the Captain America to stay on the field?
So I was thinking about just doing 1 at the 40, and then getting the 50-point Steve Rogers and getting Wonder Woman on there for the Wonder Woman team ability.
Okay, so Steve Rogers.
Spider-Man from War Realms that gives everybody super senses, so that way it's 50% super senses for the entire team with if they have team player Spider-Man ability.
What Wonder Woman did you want on there? Because you could really have. I mean, if you don't have a Prime slot, you could just do Prime Giganta.
That's another thing I was thinking too. Was getting Giganta on there. The Wonder Woman, it was the 50 point. I think it was 59 V.
If you're really looking for a cheap non-prime slot, the Harley Quinn is a very good option for that
25
too.
points.
She's got Underworld and Wonder Woman with sidestep and Quake close combat expert as well. So I think she has 50% senses on her as well because she has it on dial.
Yeah.
You say Harley Quinn?
Yep.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn from Wonder Woman. She's a very, very good cheap piece.
And just when she misses an attack, the people get action tokens if you can pull that off. And she's Underworld, so if you have a wild card, you got your carrier too.
Yeah.
But what are you thinking, Miles?
We're
here to give suggestions. You make the final calls.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting the Wonder Woman and the Giganta because I was thinking Ultron Pym, but I don't. That's just too much points.
I don't think he fits on teams quite yet.
Not yet.
Because he calls over retails on you, and everyone's going to have retails.
Yeah.
Maybe Ruler Robot with Master Mold, maybe, but even then, it's kind of a tight fit and hard to work around that.
Because I was thinking of possibly getting it to be a +5 or a +6. I want to keep Wonder Woman on the team at all times. So that's 90.
Which Wonder Woman are we talking about?
It was the 49 V.
Oh, the Bombshell.
Bombshell.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And the reason I asked that, because kind of the same gimmick, if we go to Spider-Man Family Style, if we go with 1776, I'm just saying, we could probably bring up...
There's a reason why he's not on teams anymore, Kane.
I'm going to build a team, and I'm going to beat you with it. But you can't pick Sky Tyrant or Commissioner.
I'll pick Pharaoh. I'll build a Spider Pharaoh team.
Yeah, let's do it. You build Pharaoh, I'll build 76.
I will do it, and you will see. We've had this conversation about Mimic Prime at full and at low, and you saw how that worked.
Yeah, I remember winning.
No, you didn't even go close.
I won because I took 3 hours to do a turn. That's what it was. Yeah.
All right, so is Wonder Woman 49 going to be your final decision, or is there someone else you're thinking?
Green Lantern 50 point I was thinking too to get into place, but turtling it, but I don't know if that strategy would work. I think getting the 50% super senses would be the best for
because I don't know about that Green Lantern. Lantern.
So you're talking about using the Miles Spidey that gives everyone with Avengers super senses is what you're talking about?
Yeah, number
That's
zero
what you
zero
want to
eight.
use? Alright.
So are we going with Bombshell Wonder Woman, or we do have the Sword Wonder Woman as well? She's 5 points. She's 5 points less and has printed senses.
Well, she would have super senses if you throw Spider-Man in it with invulnerability.
Oh, true. Yeah. So you wouldn't need the printed sentences on her.
And the extra leadership. Just take tokens off.
So Bombshell Wonder Woman we're going with?
Yeah. Let's go with Bombshell.
Didn't you use her with your Fate team?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go Wonder Woman. Steve
And then
turns
there'll
that.
be a 3 through 6 right here if she's attacked at range, because she'll have the super senses plus the Wonder Woman team ability, and it says if she's targeted range attack, she gets a +1 senses.
Yeah. Now, would you start with this Spider-Man on your team, or would you have him be a swap-in? I mean, I guess it doesn't
He'd be a swap-in.
Yeah. So we got to figure out what else to add on your team, Avengers-wise.
Steve Rogers is obviously, so I can get the Wonder Woman.
Yep. So you got Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Wonder Woman. That puts you at 140. Let's look down the line. I don't think there's anything else from Avengers that you need on your actual sideline, or on your actual main force. Let's go down through Empire. You know,
you are playing Giganta, right?
Yeah, she'll be on my sideline.
Oh, you want
On your...
She can't be your sideline. She has to be main force.
She has to be main force to get the Avengers keyword from Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she'd have to, okay.
There's no other Prime out there that we would think of as worthy enough to be on this team. I mean, I think Ultron's the only one, really.
I know. Think that
Black Leopard. Black Leopard
has Avengers.
I was literally about to say.
Yeah, Black
I was
Leopard
like,
has
no.
Avengers.
Oh, okay.
And that's your third leadership.
And
yeah,
on top of that,
and Deterrent.
Yeah, I didn't know he was Avengers. Yeah, that'll be the Prime slot then.
Yeah, it just kind of depends if you want a Retaliator or you want a person that messes with combat values. Combat values.
What you do, right? Like, it sounds like you're trying to evade your attack with your super senses, and you're also trying to be in their face because you do have a lot close combat attacks. So you do want someone that's going to get close and keep their defenses, whatever printed it is. So he's a good addition to the team, I think. Plus, that figure is just amazing. Like, just amazing.
Now, the only way that Wonder Woman is going to give people that 4 through 6 super sense is if they have a wild card, and right now you have no wild cards.
No, but that's why she can be swapped in. So, because I wanted Wonder Woman to work with the Spider.
But
because that gives everybody super senses. Because there's also the blade from ABPI.
Yeah,
that has a steel energy.
But they'll have to also have Wonder Woman team ability to get that 4 through 6.
I think he's mainly using it for Wonder Woman specifically.
Okay.
Because Wonder Woman will get super senses from Spider-Man's trait, so then she'll have 67% senses success.
Gotcha.
What Spider-Man are we talking about?
These 008 from War of the Realms.
He's the Miles. So you swap.
Having a blade.
I see.
You said you wanted to add a blade? Question mark.
It's tough which blade though. That's because I like the one, but I'm thinking about the one from the Captain America the Avengers because
I think Cav's the smarter choice because a lot of monsters are being played still. Yeah. So even if you do go up against a Sky Tyrant, he can heal past the starting line and heal more from that.
And he gets rid of ignores stop clicks.
Yes.
Now, one thing that I've been playing with is that Morgan Le Fay legacy card because she turns Latveria into Avengers, and then you can swap her out for whatever Latverians that you want.
So you throw her in at 50.
So the thing with her is she doesn't give them the Avengers keyword.
No.
She just makes it where they don't count against theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, there's a lot of good Latverians out there you could add. Molecule Man. So right now you're at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Latveria, let's see what we got here. We've got Molecule Man. You can't fit any Dooms on there. You've got a Valeria Richards, the uncommon that can pick any attack power. You've got the Chase Valeria Richards that has Perplex, more leadership, potentially Outwit.
So we still have taken into consideration that he is trying to swap out for the Miles.
Yes.
And Miles is 60 points. So he has to have something 60 points to swap out into Miles.
True. So let's go back to Avengers. Oh, let's see. What is 60 points? I mean, it really doesn't have to be much.
Well, he only has 60 points left.
Well,
from my math, at least.
I have Captain America, Steve Rogers, Wonder Woman, Black Leopard at 190. What am I missing?
I put Blade, because I think he mentioned something about Blade. But, I mean, if Blade's not on there, Oh, Blade's a swap option? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're going monster teams, you throw him on there.
I mean, I guess we really need any 60-point figure.
I was trying to find one that generates a bystander at the beginning of the game, but I don't think there is one. Because that way you can just get the bystander and swap her out. But I
feel like this Miles is a little too defensive, right? Like, I feel like looking at this figure, like, cool, like, for any characters that are adjacent or have the Avengers keyword can use super senses. So you give your whole team super senses, great. But so we're also trying to figure out what to swap it with. But my concern is, are we doing too much, right? Like, we're having the super senses. You're bringing on the Wonder Woman. You're doing all these swap out. You're building with Blade just in case of a monster team. Like, I get that, but once you swap out the Spider-Man, like, is he viable for the team? He has a 4 range outwit, right? Or is it 6 range minimum still? 6 range minimum, right?
I think it's outwit. 6 range.
Okay. Anyway, so he's got outwit, charge, quake. So he can do things, but he's still 60 points. So we feel like this 60 points, giving everyone super sensitive, is going to be worth it.
Well, so far it seems like she's only giving it to, or he's only giving it to Wonder Woman specifically. Well, at least the Wonder Woman specific, like, special super senses.
No, because everybody with Avengers keyword.
Well, yeah, but not everyone will have the Wonder Woman team ability, is what he's saying.
Everybody will get super senses. So, like, that's I understand when he's trying to benefit off the 4 through 6. Yeah. I get that. Yeah. I get that 100%. But I mean, super senses to everybody is still amazing. Like, even if they don't have it on their dial, that's still really good. But again, if you're just trying to focus on just the one character, I feel what I'm asking is, can we use the 60 points for someone else other than this Miles? Or should we?
And he's just an option. I mean, if he's facing against a bunch of outwit and precision strike, he's not bringing in that Miles.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, obviously, if his sideline, we can talk about that later, but it's going to be Spider-Man and Black Widow. And PJ made a good point on his podcast, that 125-point Iron Man, especially if you're playing against, like, a Emperor Gladiator team. Sure, you have the Power Gem Gladiator. You're hitting me for 6 from range, but I'm taking 1 damage from range, so go ahead and hit me.
Oh, the new one? The new Chase?
The new Chase, because he has, like, a full dial of I take 1 damage from range attacks.
Is this the Iron Allfather? No, the Chase,
no,
said?
just
Iron
Chase
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
He does ignore hindering, so that's huge. The fact that he ignores hindering is huge.
Yeah.
That is a huge W on his part.
So why don't you remind me what we got on Miles' team there so far?
Captain America swap, Steve Rogers to turn Wonder Woman 50 into Avengers and Black Leopard Prime.
Okay. And the points are at what?
190.
190.
But he has 60 points and 50 points left, unless he wants equipment.
See, I was trying to figure out equipment, if equipment would really work, be effective for it. There's a few pieces I wanted, but I know Dan loved the emotional modifiers.
Yep, it's because that helps you against Batman teams.
Yeah,
I just realized real quick. I want to chime in. That Wonder Woman, if she's equipped with those bracelets, so she technically will have super sensitive 3 through 6, right?
From range.
Is that from range? Oh, okay.
Bracelets get
range specifically.
Yeah.
And the bracelets make it to where her super senses can't be outwitted.
Yep.
That's what it does. Really.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And she can still swap to the other equipment as well if she wants to.
You just KO the equipment, I believe, right?
So it's removed from the game.
You don't KO, you just remove it.
Yeah.
Right.
Those ones are removed from the game when they do that. So you can just keep doing it back and forth.
Which is cool, but again, like that's all the points for that one gimmick. But
True.
she might be, might work. You know what I mean? Like a figure that's hard to hit, 4 through 6, and then when you try to shoot her, 3 through 6. But I feel like when we talk about super senses, I always hear the voice in the back of my head. Just I forgot which one said it, but it's like blades. You're gonna leave the game to a roll, a die roll. You know what I mean? Like that's always a little.
That is
iffy.
true. That's a good point.
Yeah. But I mean, so far we got it right.
Steve Rogers Woman or building around the Beast Sorcerer Supreme, but I plan on having him on my sideline. The 19 defend.
I can't seem to think of a good team for that Beast.
He's
like
a
him.
swapping piece. That's all he is. In case you are up against protected pieces.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love that Beast.
Yeah,
like I said when I was on the podcast for that, I love this Beast.
He's never
I
a
just can't
starting
seem to-
figure. He's just a swap-in.
Okay.
But we need to find some 60-point figure in case you want to swap in that. There wasn't a lot.
Hulkling, super rare.
Yeah, I like that Hulkling. He just.
I just wish he started with shape change. I
But-
wish he did.
So if you
No, you give him the illusion charger.
if you do that Hulkling and then put on like the Remaker ring, he's got a 4 through 6 senses and he's got a 5 through 6 senses, 4 through 6 shape change. So that's not bad at all.
Yes, that is not bad at all.
It's double.
I
I
actually used
makes
him
people.
with the illusion generator from Carnage set.
Yeah.
And that's a really good option because now he gets mastermind fodder as well if he
Yeah.
succeeds.
So I actually like him. So I would say, and actually, so here's your team: Hulkling, and then you do, and because I don't think anyone's gonna play monsters, Venom Strange. There's your TK, and then 5 points for the Remaker ring.
Got it. Throw him up
And
there.
Strange is how 35 at low,
45.
45.
Venom Strange is 45. Yeah.
And then you have a Venom Strange on your sideline, so you could bring
Another one,
him in, or when he hits, he brings in another Venom Strange.
Or just,
Venom
the
Strange,
Gru,
Venom
the
Gru,
Venom,
or Venom Cyclops, which you would never do.
Which you would never
or,
do.
or a Venom Magneto. I mean,
Yeah, you could bring in a Venom Magneto if you really wanted to.
you could. I mean, that's a free TK right there, honestly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, with this team
But
right
that's-
here, you got your entire team has leadership.
Yeah, pretty.
Every single
pretty
person
crucial.
to start off with.
Oh.
Hulkling makes fodder. Black Leopard has it. Wonder Woman has it. Captain America has it. Venom Strange has it. And then Steve Rogers. But you are swapping out Steve Rogers for whoever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the Steve Rogers is only there to get Wonder Woman up there.
Yeah.
So this.
You're just trying to survive. You're trying to move up, attack with Wonder Woman, take the action tokens off her with all the leadership, and she's trying to have her survive with her super senses. The whole team survive with super senses. If you keep him.
I just wonder if you
keep
swap
him
out
miles
Steve
to
Rogers for Chase Thor from Cav at 50, because
See,
Why not- why-
Dan
why not
loves
have a
that
secondary
Thor.
attacker?
Yeah, Dan loves that Thor. I just can't get behind that Thor for some reason, and it's sad because his stats are great.
yeah,
I guess I kind of
this
wish
is-
he started with running shot at 50 and not charge.
And to piggyback off that's my issue right now is that a lot of this team is like charge, right?
Yeah.
So that's a little disheartening. And it's not that it's bad. It's just when I start thinking about those charge teams, like I want figures like the Emma Frost or the Bishop that can protect us from range. Like that's what I start automatically thinking about when I have those charge.
Well,
teams.
if I swapped out Steve Rogers for the Empire Miniatures game, the 105B Wonder Invisible Woman, get 19 defend with barrier.
I think her or Voyager as an option. Voyager's a good TK passenger plans for adventures, and then Invisible Woman's good barrier defend. So whichever one you need more during that matchup, I think those two would be your options personally.
Yeah, and that's the crucial thing about these swap teams is like the options are there. You know what I mean? You just have to be big brain player when you think about that stuff. I was trying to pull up this Thor. just to kind of see. My problem with that Thor
Is that
like,
the starter set? Thor? Fast
No,
Forces?
it's the chase from Cav.
the
So it's just
70
if you do
CA,
swap in Miles, he'll have super sense, so protect him a little bit more. But the fact he only has 17 defense and 9 charge does hurt him a bit.
How are we looking
That
on
is
props
true.
though? Because he does have prob. I mean, I know we have team props, so I'm just saying like
That's
Venom,
true.
Venom
That's one-
Strange has prob.
I think
Yeah.
that's your only source, though. I think just him, besides teams.
Yeah. So
Thor,
if you're gonna
Thor
think
could be
about
a
this,
good option if you really need it. Like if you need the extra attacker or prob, then I mean, it's your sideline. I mean, you might as well.
but the thing about the Thor and Adam, like you said, if he had running shot or a power that allowed you to have both, but he is the only one that I could think of on your team. Maybe I'm wrong, but has 7 range. So, you know, as much as we want to run up and punch with this team, you also want someone that can shoot. You know what I mean? So the Thor's
Yeah,
a good
Wonder Woman's
option.
only going to have 4 range.
Yeah, so he's gonna have 7 with an 11 attack with 4 damage prob, and if he hits, he does his whole lightning marker thing. So, and he has energy explosion.
If you don't care about the ring, because I mean, Hulkling is nice, but I don't know if you want to waste 5 points on 1 click of shape change. You could play the rare Scarlet Witch that has the rally die because she has TK, Outwit, and prob.
Is she 60 points?
She's 50.
Hmm.
And then she has kind of a rally prob where you just replace one of the opposing character's dice with a 1.
Yeah, again, I think he's really trying to go with this Spider-Man. I mean, it's a good option, but you have to really play your points smart if you're going to do that, because you have to have a 60-point figure. Or
Well,
higher.
that's
60 point or higher.
That's
60 point or higher.
Hulkling. Yeah, that's Hulkling.
Oh, I thought you were saying instead of Hulk.
No, instead of Venom Strange.
Gotcha. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, you're losing.
Oh, in that case, you play the Scarlet Witch from War of the Realms for 30. Passenger, TK, prob,
but
Mystics.
20. I hate having 20 points left over because it's such an awkward amount. But yeah, you could.
Well, let's
play.
see. If you're not using Venom Strange, you'll have.
She is not Avengers.
She's not.
No.
The common.
No, she
She
is
is.
not.
Yeah.
Avengers, Latveria, Mystical Avengers.
Why
Black
wasn't
Widow,
she coming
0.
up? Oh, okay. I must have been clicked on the wrong keyword. Oh, because I was looking at 50-point characters Avengers. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just 20 points is such an awkward amount because there's no figures that are 20 points, and you do 2 object or 2 gems maybe.
But it gives you the gem, the WWE ring, and or a map bonus.
Which you know, the thing with those 20 points, then you start adding those bigger figures, those bigger items that add a lot to your team. And if you're going to have someone like Venom Doctor Strange that has TK or can utilize that, or if we use these smaller point figures that have sidestep, you can go and pick up these items, bring it back, turn 1 equip. I mean, mind you, that's a little iffy on its own because you're wasting a figure to equip your team. You're wasting 2 actions to equip 1 character. But still, like, we still, while those gems are still here, they're still good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah.
So.
I know you want to save this for your team, Austin, but there's that Chase She-Hulk that has the free TK.
You better get away from that thing. I swear.
When I heard you talking about it, I'm like, nope. I'm like, she was on her, and
I'm letting you take my Black Leopard. Okay, you can get away from my She-Hulk.
Just
saying, like, we don't want to
right.
spend too much time on the sideline yet because you
Yeah.
don't want to take all those figures. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
because you got to take an account of trouble alerts and stuff like that. Like you can't use those either. You have to split them up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But in the end, it's kind of your decision, Miles. I mean, if you want another hitter too, you've got the. He's not the greatest, but you got the 50-point Sentry.
Yeah, but I think you could just throw him in the swap because I think that that Scarlet Witch is with the rally is perfect, especially with how bad my rolls are.
So you want the rare from Empire Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that one because then that puts you at exactly 300 points, and you're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're a +6. Not bad.
and don't forget, one of your cap dudes can turn into the Peggy Carter chase or Ultra Chase since we still have that.
Yes.
Can she turn into the swap Captain America?
Yes, their name has to be Captain America or Steve Rogers.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can pull it up just to double check.
Well, I guess for 20 points, you do get either Happy Hogan from Cav, which is a Passenger 2, or AIM Red Squad.
Yeah,
if you do want to go the other one.
I mean, if you're
And the AIM Red Squad is in power and enhancement.
Yeah, that one's not bad. I mean,
But
I don't
it's
think you
always
need.
swapping 4.
Where you say, Adam?
I was like, you don't need Happy Hogan just because you already have the Scarlet Witch
Exactly.
being your taxi.
Hey, Happy Hogan can hit hard. 10 for 2. Come on now.
Favre.
10 for 2. Don't
whatever
count him
his
out.
name is,
Don't count him out.
He made the Mandalorian.
9 for 3 on last click. Come on. Give him some credit.
Yeah.
You can throw some punches.
That Carter is Captain America or Steve Rogers at 50 points or more.
So there's actually a thing with that Peggy Carter where you use 2 swap caps. You can bring out 2 Becky Barnes. So you can use you start her main force. You main force her to beginning of the game. She generates the first one. Swap for something else with the first cap, and the second cap can bring her back in and you get another Becky Barnes.
Okay, gotcha.
Repeat that one more time for me.
Come
Just
on,
that first
pay
part.
attention, Miles or Kane.
So you start the force with Peggy, so you get to generate the Becky. So you swap her with the first cap with something else, and then the second cap brings her back in, and she can make another Becky Barnes.
Well, you'd have to start with
Two
her.
of them are unique.
I do believe you do have to start with her though.
You
So
can
you're
only have
swapping,
one.
you're swapping in the same one though,
Right, but that's a 75 slot that you're...
or
having to-
50, or 50.
Oh, yeah, she's a 50, huh?
Yeah, 75.
But
She's actually
you
really
have-
good for 75 points. Let's be honest. I mean, 19
Right.
defend is huge now. That's really needed these days. A lot of
I mean,
times
that's a
for
gimmick. That's a gimmick right there, Miles. That's a good gimmick.
Oh, no,
Because
I had
50
that-
points, you could swap.
Did decently with a bunch of Isaiah Bradley's and a Green Lantern
Oh,
with her. Yeah,
yeah.
I played that
Okay.
last week.
Gotcha.
But can you have 2? One on your sideline since it has a silver ring unique? Isn't that the same as the Prime? Only one per force?
For who specifically?
Peggy?
So you're swapping in the same Peggy you started with though. So it's
Right.
not you're not using a second Peggy card.
Yeah, because
Okay.
she's sideline active, so you wouldn't use it.
Got
Second.
it,
So
got
once
it.
you have her, once she goes to sideline, she has a sideline active.
Yes.
Still leave her at 50 points?
Yeah. You leave her
Okay.
at 50. If you wanted to gimmick it, like I said, you start the game with the 50, swap her, then she goes to the sideline, and you get the Peggy Carter.
So then you put Peggy at 50 there. So you have Peggy, Scarlet Witch, Hulkling, Steve Rogers, Wonder Woman, and Captain America, and you have Black Leopard on the sideline?
Yeah. Whichever. Yeah. Then you just swap them in. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Peggy
it says right here,
Barnes
when Peg-
is a 12 for 3 at close, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
For free.
When Peggy Carter starts the game, generate a Becky Barnes bystander. So, and then when you start the game and then you swap your figures with the Captain America, right? His word.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there you go. So
So-
you
so the
start with
reason
her at
why-
50, swap out the Black Leopard.
So in this case specifically, the reason why you're able to bring out the 2 Pogs is because it says when she starts the game, not at the beginning of the game. Because normally you'd only get the 1 trigger if it's at the beginning of the game, but it's when she starts the game, both triggers, she'll get it.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So when you get
Well,
it,
now hold on. Are we sure about this? Has this
Yes.
been are we sure? Because if she's starting the game, she's starting the game on the board.
It's the same thing with Shazam from Billy Batson. When he comes in from Billy Batson straight, he still gets to pick a power he's protected from. Because he starts the game then.
okay.
Okay.
Because the figure starts the game, it's not at
Yeah.
the start of the game.
Exactly. It's not the same. It's not beginning of the game. It's when this specific iteration of Peggy starts the game, then the bystander just starts.
All right.
I'll take your word for it. It seems a little iffy, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's
WizKid's
what,
wording, it really is.
Right,
Yeah, it's-
right.
Me, I was up at Majestics, and me and Pat were talking about it, and it's actually not too bad. It's not a horrible idea, really. Because
Yeah.
Free pogs are free pogs.
especially with 12 for 3, the close combat expert, hard
Yeah.
to kill and can hit hard. You know, it's,
What she's got like
Pretty
8?
good.
Doesn't she have like 18 combat reflexes too?
yeah.
So
She
she's
has
a
8
20
combat
up close.
reflexes.
Sidestep. We always love
Sidestep.
sidestep. So,
Does she have autonomous? I don't think she does, but I was just kind of.
no, she doesn't.
Imagine if she did, though. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd
But
be
again,
happy.
12 for 3, sidestep, combat reflexes of 20. We'll take it all
Yeah.
day. You know what I mean?
All
No,
right.
I
no
agree.
points offer.
So, Miles, what we have for you is swap Captain America, Steve Rogers to turn Wonder Woman into Avengers, Black Leopard, Hulkling, and Scarlet Witch, and then what I have you for sideline.
And then I got Leopard, Spider-Man, and Invisible Woman on sideline so far.
Leopard?
Yeah, I was going to start Peggy Carter starts the game.
And
So that
then
way
swap
she
in.
can
Gotcha.
swap and I can swap her out.
You're telling me to listen, Adam. Come on, bro. We just talked about it for
forgot
5
about that.
minutes. It's all good. I'm
All
kidding.
right.
Crap.
No, go.
It's all good.
But yeah, then you'll obviously have Spider-Man on your sideline. You'll need a second Peggy because you can't use the Peggy that was on the board to swap into the new one.
But
I don't think
you
it works
have
that way.
to, you need silver rings.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. And then you'll have the Black Widow just in case you need some stealth, and then whatever have you for the rest of it.
Black Widow and Lady.
And then maybe some trouble alerts.
Which we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It depends on the other teams.
Yeah. How big your sideline will be.
Awesome. Let's talk about your team. So we've got Avengers swap for Miles. What are you thinking? You going Fantastic Four?
I'm thinking Fantastic Four.
All right.
Why not? I've always liked Fantastic Four. I just never actually given it a shot.
Let's find out some Fantastic Four people. There's a Mr. Fantastic. All right, so are you going defense? Well, I guess you don't have to go defense because you can just bring in Cosby Thing just to get the two bystanders.
I think you start with Cosby Thing always.
Yeah, just to get the two bystanders for sure.
I think he's a must for this specifically because it protects Lockjaw, so they can't specifically target him, so that you can still get the chance to mastermind to him.
Where is it? There's Cosby Thing. So Cosby Thing, and then you have to have yourself a Lockjaw for sure.
Seeing people are swapping into Lockjaw. I'm not sure where the math lies where they're doing it. 100%.
You want cheap figures to start with to build up your initiative, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
One combo that I need to try one of these days, and maybe this will help you with your initiative, but it's Julia Powers from Fantastic Four, Artie, and Leech.
Julie Powers? Which one? I know there's two, isn't there?
35, the rare. And then Artie and Leech.
When she used, you may choose a friendly psychic that moved adjacent. She moved adjacent. Place that psychic adjacent to her. Yeah, Artie and Leech, this is the triple target mind control for 8 if Leech is on the map, huh?
Yep, so Julia just, moves through Artie and then places Artie in front, and then Artie has a triple target mind control with an 8 range. So you have
an 11 attack isn't the worst thing for 20 points.
And she's a leadership too, which helps. So
Mm-hmm.
it's an 11 plus 8, so it's a 19 square swing for mind control. So you can get to you start in row 2. I hate math. You go to row 2. Row 2, drop 11 plus 8. You can hit row 21. So you are 2 squares away from their starting area.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's pretty far. But that's decent map reach, right? That's only okay.
I think so.
That's only decent. Let's see.
And that puts you at +5 already at only 170 points.
All right, hold on. So you have. Relay me who you have again. I totally lost track. Of
So
who you're
the
talking
Thing,
about.
Lockjaw, Julia Power, Artie, and Leech.
Where are you, Artie? There you are. And Leech is.
Which Lockjaw are we talking about?
The Legacy
card.
I
I mean, and that's if you want to go to the mind control route. I think it's a really good combo. I've never tried it. I want to try it.
Mm-hmm. And where is that other thing?
Because it's 11 square running shot triple target mind control.
True.
You're basically giving Artie you're giving Artie an 11 square running shot, then plus his 8 range.
So,
and are we just real quick? Are people still liking that gimmick with that ESD Ghost Rider?
I mean, he's a sideline
point.
just in case you're running against like a gladiator or something like that.
which Ghost Rider?
The super rare from
the one that
Fantastic
has to
Four.
die twice. Has to
Yes.
die twice, right?
Yeah, that has to die
okay.
twice. Yeah, because I like that with the 19 defend plus the ESD, so you're hitting 21 at range. But there you have to hit 21 at range.
Yeah.
I don't
be all
really see
adjacent,
her.
but
I don't really see her swapped in too much.
No.
Not from what I mean, she's probably there on the sideline, but
Heroclix just isn't defensive right now. It's getting there because you've got T'Chaka, you've got Demon in Armor, so it's getting there. Once the gems are gone, I think it will become more of a defensive run.
The games will last longer.
Yes.
That's for sure.
That's the thing, is you're only getting like 4 turns nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
But that's if you want to build up a little initiative. I am really also looking at Joe Fixit. Actually, hang on. What was the team that me and Ryan Redmond put together? It was.
Is that the one with your Joe Fixit, your Wolverine, and
the Ghost Rider?
Yeah, and the Ghost Rider you're talking about.
If the Ghost Rider hits, he gives everybody exploit.
Mm-hmm.
So let me find him real quick. Wolverine, where is he? So that one. The problem is it's a lot of points. Joe Fixes is a lot of points, but he can hit for a 5 damage with Cosby thing with the Empower.
Yeah.
And free once carry.
Yeah.
So if you
and it's a free attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is that Ghost Rider? There he is.
Same with the Wolverine and Joe Fixit, which is very good.
I mean, again, that puts you at +5 and only 280. And it's not full map reach because Logjal can't quite get there, so you're kind of at the mercy if someone can reach you. That's the only downside.
Well, I mean, to be honest, you'll be safe for the most part because you'll bring Thing with you, and everyone will have 19, and Lockjaw still has Mastermind for them.
Yeah, Energy Explosion hurts you, but at least you do have the 19. You do have to leave behind a few people because Lockjaw will not be able to carry the bystanders.
Yeah, it's fine. They're there for the Fantastic Fortune ability, so if they die, then they heal someone. If they even, they're more to body block than anything, anyways.
Yeah. Let's see. Ricky Barnes isn't bad, but she's also not great. I mean, I personally like the Julia Powers one because then you get the initiative and then you can always swap out to something else you want. But that's just me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how I'm going to be able to utilize the She-Hulk to come in if I were to use her.
And then if you do go that Julia Power already leech thing, you bring yourself in a couple, Thing robots, because then they can power action, have Thing robot hit with Lockjaws.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your range mind control, and then you get your power action with Thing robots. And that puts you at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a +7, and you're only at 210.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Do I have a team on here?
You probably put on a high evolutionary just for the prob and more initiative. I mean, you're at +8 and you're at 240.
Too worried about map, to be honest. If I'm using Lockjaw, map doesn't matter all that much.
No, I mean, if they win, they'll just put you on. But that's the beauty about swap is if you win, they're gonna see the mind control, so they'll probably put you in like Ancient Hold or something like that. But then you just swap those 3 out for whatever you want.
Because that's 90 points worth of things.
Yeah. And you can even swap out the Thing robot, and that's 110.
Let's see. I need the Invisible Woman. So should I do the 40-point Invisible Woman, or do I do?
That's right. We need
the 50-point one, because the 50-point one has barrier and senses, and she can use barrier for free.
Wasn't there a newer one too that did that?
Not that I can think of. Maybe.
I thought there was. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just give it to those.
There was one that I had on my swap, the 19 defend and barrier, and I could easily take her out and throw in someone else for 50.
I'm trying to think, who was it? Maybe you're thinking of the what's her name? The Cats in Universe one.
Maybe.
I think she can make barrier on her stop clicks. I think is what it is. Let's see.
And that
Yeah.
That's super rare, fantastic. He has to be giving a move action to remove markers, and sidestep wouldn't work, would it? Or is sidestep considered a move action?
think sidestep is lowercase move, so I don't think it counts.
Okay.
I think you
It's
have
a
to actually
straight
move
move
it.
lower move 2 squares. So yeah.
Yeah, so no, it wouldn't. Used to be able to work, but not anymore.
Um,
How are we still feeling about that Valeria Von Doom? The old, I say old.
The chase one?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
it's all right. I mean, the problem with this team also is if you take out Julia Powers, you don't have a leadership.
That's why I asked, because she's a leadership, she's a perplex, she can give somebody outwit if she succeeds on her leadership. So
I'm just
it's one of those.
trying to think of the best teams I've seen with the Fantastic Four, and the best ones I've seen have always had 3 variables: Lockjaw, the Thing, and Franklin Richards. Those are the 3 things they've always had. Everything else has been kind of like a variable that they've been able to make of their own.
And you can always swap in the Franklin Richards. He's there. You're just building up initiative with this first team.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go with
But you can only swap 4 things though. That's
Yeah.
the only thing you got to take into account.
So I would probably go with the 40-point Invisible Woman just because you're building up initiative. And that puts you at... I mean, and personally, I like Reed Richards, Fixer of the Universe with Lockjaw because you can get him into that starting area on turn 2.
That was Dan's team, wasn't it? I saw
Yeah.
him do that. I actually like that was cool. I like that. I like to see that actually work.
Yeah, I helped Dan with that team because... And then that's your leadership.
And he's really hard to kill. He's
Yeah.
a long
Well, and
guy.
with Mastermind, he's even harder to kill.
Yeah.
And that leaves you with 10 points. So you, with this, so I have the Thing, Lockjaw, Julia, Artie, Leech, Thing, Robot, Invisible Woman at 40, and Reed, and you're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And you have 1 Thing robot, right?
1 Thing, Robot, and you have 10 points left over for whatever you want. The Reed's Lab is free because you're Fantastic Four, so you always bring them there.
Right.
And what you do is you probably take out Julia.
Unstable
And-
molecules, is that what that is?
Yeah, you take out Julia and an Artie for Franklin Richards, and then you have 40 points left over for something else. Because then you
Julia
take
and
out
Artie.
So you take out Julia and Artie for 70. You bring in Franklin Richards for 65, and then you take out Leech and the Thing, Robot, or also Invisible Woman for 80
I
points.
don't think you
bring
take
something.
out. So you take out Artie and Julie for the what's his name? I can't even draw a blank right
Franklin.
now. Franklin.
Franklin.
And then you take out the Invisible Woman and probably
Thing, Robot.
Thing robot.
Because at least Leech will give you
for-
outwit.
Yeah.
Because that gives you 40 points or 60 points. And what is all 60 points? Actually, you technically have 65 points because the Julia and Artie are 70.
True. So you could bring in.
Wait, does it work that way?
The-
Can you use
Yes.
leftover points?
Yes, because it's all one thing.
Okay.
Because it's the one power. It's not 2 separate ones. If it was 2 separate, I don't think so. But since it's the one trait, it works.
Let's see. You have.
So you could get the Captain Universe Sue. You could get She-Hulk at 50. I mean, you're losing 15 points out of that, but that's still a pretty good 50 points there.
You could bring in the OP kit, the Thing that has the 2 stop clicks, if you really wanted to.
Oh, the 50-point one with 12-4?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's not horrible. It's really not.
Reed Richards Alpha. I know he's not the best, but he's something.
He is
That
something.
thing is 60 points though, right?
Yeah, so that's what. That's 40 and 20 with the Invisible Woman and the Thing.
We have 65 left over for this specific swap.
You know what? Honestly, I would probably do, which I've been working with this team, and it's one that I forgot, is you bring in the rare Thing from Fantastic Four and gives everybody Empower.
The one that brings Alicia Grimm, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually was looking at him as
But
well.
you wouldn't get her because you swap in. As when things
That's
starts,
true.
When
That's
things
true.
starts the game, not when he comes in.
I wonder if you start with the Thing instead then. And then you can swap the Thing into
Reed Richards. You can't because Reed Richards is a title character.
Is a title character. That's right.
So you can't do that.
Yeah, you're right. He's 60 points, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
So it would work out, but you can't swap him in. You've also got the Mr.
I guess.
I say you also got the Mr. Fantastic that gives everybody leadership, so you're just constantly taking tokens off. So with that strategy, you've got the leadership with Mr. Fantastic and everybody else, and Franklin Richard gives everybody cosmic energy, so you are just going every turn.
Yeah, it's just 33. Yeah,
and it's an outright, and it's an outwit with a range of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's kind of got the Rocket Raccoon, where opposing characters within 4 squares of line of fire can't begin move actions except during. Wait, lines of fire can't begin moving except during move actions.
You don't have a prime slot filled, do you?
No, I mean the prime slot could be. I mean,
isn't it only Black Leopard?
There's
a Ghost
think
Rider.
so. Oh, I guess the prime Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be honest, I don't really like it for 40. I've never really been a huge fan of it.
No.
I mean, it might work, but it's just kind of one of those things that.
It's a retaler of some sort. That's all it is. With prob. It's
or you could actually
strike.
For 60 points, you could bring in the play-at-home Wolverine.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Charge, flurry, stealth, triple team ability, and heals 1 at the beginning of your turn.
I only like that dude at full, to be honest. But you could.
He's super hard to kill with the Mastermind, a 19 defense with the Thing.
Yeah.
Why is it?
Because he can constantly be healing, so and it's not bad choice.
No.
That's an option.
Right? Oh, I see. That's why. In the range of, come on, Realms, get with the program there.
I forgot he had Fantastic Four.
22, 65. Modern. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, those are the only 2 primes with the Fantastic Four keyword.
Or you know what? It's even a funnier, which I've been thinking of doing too, is you play the Fantastic Four common Black Panther. And what happened? So it says when Black Panther is on a Fantastic Four theme team, friendly characters with the Fantastic Four key can use Precision Strike. So you just get Precision Strike. That's his team. Oh no, you couldn't use a team up because you can't bring team ups in on the sideline. But he has leadership and outwit. But when he dies, you have the Legacy Captain America at the sideline that comes in.
Yeah, I love that Cap. He's so strong.
So that's another option. I mean, he's an outwit. He's Precision Strike. He's got an 18 up close. He's got stealth. He modifies attack by +1 when he's in hindering, and then when he dies, that Cap comes in.
He comes in rolling punches too.
Exactly. So that's not a bad trade-off too. So he's a 21 up close with the Thing.
Yeah. Let's see. What does the Fast Forces one do? Stealth. Okay, that one just has stealth and outwit. Right.
I gotta turn my camera off real quick. I gotta charge my phone. It's at 4%.
Oh, you're good.
Let's see. The Thing starts when. Oh no, you do get the Alicia Grimm.
When?
Because it's when he starts the game, you get the Grimm.
So it's not start of the game; it's when he starts the game.
Yeah, when the Thing. So he's a good option. I think I would play him for sure. There's no doubt about that one.
Yeah.
On the sideline at least as an option.
Yeah.
Because that Alicia Grimm still has support, so if I need to heal someone, she can support. And if she dies, the Thing gets +1 to his attack, speed, and damage. I think. Something like that.
Something like that. And something that a lot of people keep forgetting about Lockjaw is attack with Lockjaw, and then people just get locked down.
Yeah, they're just immobile. Yeah,
like people are just like, he doesn't do anything. Yes, he does. Like
people who say that he doesn't do anything don't know how to play the game. Let's just say that they don't know what they're talking about.
They might know how to play the game. They just can't read the card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's a little too harsh. My bad.
Yeah, Alicia Grimm says if she's KO'd by an opponent's attack after resolutions, he'll Thing to a starting click and modify his stats +1 the rest of the game.
And Lockjaw,
I thought it was specific stats, but never mind. That's fine.
And Lockjaw is really not bringing Leech with the group, because when you do all your swapping, you only have 5 people. But because you're carrying Franklin Richards are carrying Thing, and Leech is just kind of staying behind.
Mm-hmm. I almost wonder if you would take Artie instead for the mind control.
Yeah.
I guess that varies from situation though. That's definitely based on your matchup at that point.
Or Thing. I mean, if you're gonna bring in Thing Robot, if you're gonna bring in the Thing Robot's doing 7 damage for 20 points because of all the empowered.
Oh yeah, because he's being carried. You're right.
So you take out Julia Power and Artie for Franklin Richards. You take out Leech and Invisible Woman for Thing. Thing Robot is doing 7 damage for 20 points.
That's
an
true.
Insane sentence. That's an insane sentence.
And he's actually really hard to one-shot now still because of Lockjaw. So it just makes
and
it
with a
even harder
19 defense, yeah.
Give me three more robot things. Give them to me.
I remember when this stuff first came out.
20.7.
I got Doombots and Thing Robots. Like, I needed those.
Yeah, so I mean,
Sounds like we're honing in on this team here.
and then
Yeah.
and then don't forget the Cosby thing still has Buzz and Chuck on the board too.
Yeah, and they're autonomous.
So now this is where the thing comes in. We have 10 points left. Do we use a WWE ring just in case we play an Ancient Hold and we can get rid of all those stupid walls and stupid doors that are in the way?
I don't think this team cares about that because he's got Lockjaw just brings you wherever you want.
Okay, but here's the issue with Ancient Hold specifically. Is Ancient Hold, if they fill their starting area, you can't get past the doors. You have to physically break the doors. So you're just there. So that's where the ring could come into play and be good. Or we play 2 objects and use Prime Destroyer in the sideline just in case. Considering I'm not playing a Prime main force and I'm not really going to use Ghost Rider.
Yeah. I would probably do WWE ring, a 5-point something.
Probably
spin ring just for the positioning.
Well, yeah, because you're gonna most likely gonna lose the Invisible Woman from the TK.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna want maybe something for Reed Richards because title characters be equipped?
I don't know. I don't think so. Does it?
I don't know for standard characters to that sense.
Let me.
I'm pretty sure being equipped
text the
only
hotline real quick.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it only checks for standard size for equipping.
It says nothing says they can't be their standard characters. And it's obviously not judged, but nothing about title characters makes them non-standard.
Because if that's the case, just give Reed the Remaker ring.
Yeah.
Shape change poison, so he's going to be next to your opponent anyways. So they have to kill him if they want to get rid of the Molecule Man.
And so how does the destroyer thing accumulate its token? Because that's what you're saying, right? With the destroyer, you have the Fantastic equipped. You're sitting next to an opponent. Your opponent actually hits you. Then you can trigger and activate the destroyer, right?
Yeah, you have to. So I think it's every time.
Let me go get his card.
Okay, I'll give Adam the satisfaction here. Yeah, go ahead. Go get your card.
Go get both of them.
I'll go get the card just so I can show him off.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll give you the satisfaction here, Adam.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, this thing looks awesome, to be honest. I haven't looked at it yet. Like, it looks pretty cool. It's a super prime.
I think he's just very, very hard to play when...
Oh, he's too blurry.
That
Put him on the side there.
It's very hard to play him when there's so many other prime slots.
In all his glory. So it is...
On this team particularly, you're not.
Well, yeah, exactly. This team specifically, but like Thanos teams most likely want to use Prime Marvel over Destroyer. But you can use Destroyer. Destroyer should be a very good option for Thanos because he's not going to die.
If Destroyer is on your sideline and an opposing character damages a
teams.
friendly character with an attack, if either character is equipped, after resolutions, give the Destroyer a secret token and roll a d6, adding the number of secret tokens to the result. 6+, generate the Destroyer from your sideline in the square along the edge of the map in the same row or column of the equipped character, then remove all secret tokens and turn the Destroyer's dial to click X, where X is the number of secret tokens removed. So, if you get attacked once, you have to roll a 6 to bring them in, and then you're on that last click of a 4 sidestep 10, second blast 17, impervious.
No, you go to click 1.
Do you go to click 1?
Yes, you go to click 1.
Oh.
So you go to whatever click he has secret tokens. So if
Oh,
you
I
have-
thought he
if you
went
roll-
backwards and then forwards.
No, he goes to the click number that the number of secret tokens.
Then
he
that
has.
makes him a little bit better now, to be honest. But yeah, but like if
So
you're,
the thing with him is that the opposing character can be equipped, or the friendly character can be equipped.
see, that's going to be the debate for a while. Is do you have because there's nothing that says that a character has to be equipped, but it's implied. So like
Yeah.
if you aren't running an equippment, are you allowed to have him on your sideline? PJ is ruling for his tournament in a couple months or whatever that no, if you don't have any equipment, you can't have him on your sideline. And I can see it both ways because
I can't too, especially reading it again right now. I can definitely
the
see
implication
it.
is there because you can't have someone on your sideline that has no purpose to be on there. But
Yeah.
saying that, PJ says that title characters can be equipped. Saying that,
They can be sweet.
the only thing that, and maybe PJ I can ask him because he's a sideline active. Let's say you are going to run let me find him real quick. Where is he? It's Fantastic Four because there's a bunch of people. So the Doctor Doom that says sideline active, friendly characters and psychics modify +1 when attacking, +1 characters with the Fantastic Four keyword. Is that the same premise? Are you taking the chance that your opponent has Fantastic Four because is that the same wording? Technically?
Yeah, so because I mean that's the thing. It's sideline active. So to me the wording is if you first of all on the opposing team, you don't know the game elements that they're brought.
No.
You don't so you build your team. The sideline active and it specifically says either player. And same with that the other one you just said. It's not focusing on just your force, it's focusing on the opponent. So I feel like yes, he should be allowed on the sideline. Even if you have no equipment, he's allowed on the sideline because you don't know if your opponent has equipment.
Yeah.
So the only
that's all
difference
it is.
with this, the captains and sidekick specifically, is that you triggers if you have captains or sidekicks.
Yes.
So you have to have a captain and or a sidekick specifically.
But
You
it's
can't just
unknown
run
game
a-
element.
You're right.
It's
It
an
is
unknown
taking
game
account
element.
of your opponent's unknown game element. So
So
Guess-
by
yeah.
technicality, he should
Yeah.
be able to be on your sideline.
Yeah.
Not that you can use him if either players don't have if neither player have a equipment, then you can't use him. Right? Neither players have a sidekick or captains, you can't use them.
Yeah.
But
let me see.
unknown game elements.
I don't know. It's tricky. It's going to go both ways. It's going to be argument for a while until it's actually clarified by.
No, until there's an actual win ruling about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I can see why PJ would rule it for that. Unless he gets a ruling before his tournament, it's probably not going to change either. So
Yeah. It's just going to be house rules.
Just who
for
you
that
ask.
place, yeah.
Yep. Any
Yeah.
given Sunday. So
any given Sunday, yeah.
But yeah, I would do WWE ring just in case and
Mhm.
some
it's a
ring.
safer bet.
I'm gonna do the Remaker specific. I think the Remaker is probably the best bet because then you give Reed Richards more defensibility, so it gives you more because Molecule Man is going to be annoying. They're going to have to deal with Molecule Man. Like, there's nothing they can do about that. Once he's there, he's there. They can kill him. But I'll just make another one.
Right.
You know?
The Remaker's the poison shape change one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he has shape change, 19 defend
Poison.
from what's his name, the Thing, poison, and he's doing at least 3 damage from Empower if he's attacking himself. And he's doing unavoidable damage based off the D6 with Molecule Man.
Yep.
And he still gets to trigger
No plasticity.
Destroyer if they try and hit him.
Yep. And he's got Perplex Outwit.
He does. Yeah,
I think he was a figure a lot of people slept on. He wasn't really useful until Lockjaw came into play.
Yes.
Because there's no way to get him across the board. I mean, you could get him across the board.
I can't stress that enough,
Yeah.
what you're saying right now. That is true.
There was really no way to get him across the board effectively before Lockjaw.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, even if you don't have Lockjaw, the team-up card Mr. Fantastic is a good second option if you do not have your hands on a Lockjaw physically.
Yes.
Because he's 40
I think
points
this
and
is
his
on-
passenger 3. I know it's not 4, and it's 10 more points, but if you don't have Lockjaw, it's like the budget way of doing it. It's still not a horrible option because the Mr. Fantastic does have a stop click with senses and plasticity and leadership, I believe.
Yeah.
Off topic there, but
Yeah.
for those listening, decent budget option. Just saying.
And then you got besides Franklin Richard and the Thing or whoever else you decide, you have options for. I'm trying to think of what teams you're going to have trouble with getting full map on this one. Does Rocket stop Lockjaw with the plasticity from 4 away?
Let me see. Because he's using phasing and teleport, so I don't think so.
Okay.
It maybe don't quote me on that, but I don't think he does.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure plasticity specifically says if they don't have hypersonic speed, phasing and teleport, or leap climb, they have to stop.
Yeah.
Let me read Rocket Raccoon real quick, just to double check. 4 squares not considered adjacent for movement purpose. I don't think it would stop. I don't think it would stop.
Because he's got the phasing, I don't think it would make him stop.
Yeah. Other than that, I feel like it's just a close battle at that point.
This is an in-your-face team.
Yeah, not having the emotional modifier, I will say, will probably hurt me a lot.
I mean, you have the 10 points. That's something they can decide if you just want to do that.
That is true. And putting that on Reed is also not a horrible option because he's not going to die easily.
Yeah.
Which one on
So,
Reed? Sorry.
does someone have a pack? Does Battle Fury stop them from being carried, or is it TK?
You can't carry them.
Okay, so you can still TK
You can
them.
TK
Okay.
them. You can't mind control them, and they can't be carried.
Okay.
Or ancient.
Or range attacks, I believe.
Yeah, they can't make range attacks either.
They can't make ranged attacks.
And they ignore
so it's
shape change.
3
for-
negatives. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 negatives, 1 positive.
Hey, that shape change is a good positive.
oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, and they can't
Honestly-
be in-capped either, if that's anything.
I mean, with Rocket, it might be a thing, and that Wonder Woman, maybe.
And Captain Marvel. It's not in-capped though. It's they get a token.
Oh, okay. So
Rocket is they just get a
It
token.
would still work. It
Yeah,
would still
Rocket
work
is they
with
just
that
get a
one.
token.
Okay. I think I might rock emotional modifier instead. Like
Yeah.
with how much Thanos and I'm still playing around with the Thanos Scarab team that is annoying as heck if you don't have a dang emotional modifier. Then
I'm like, what Thanos team? But you're talking about the Legacy Thanos.
Legacy.
yeah,
Cards.
Legacy Thanos.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I think emotional modifier is a must. And you have the bystanders from Cosby thing to get them to there because one of them does have sidestep.
Yeah. But no, I'm still liking. I can just see your opponent just wrenching when Thing Robot does 7 damage for 20 points.
Ooh, yeah. They're gonna single him out specifically,
Yeah.
probably.
I wish I wish you could have another psychic on here so he's
Yeah.
doing 14 damage in 1 turn.
I mean, maybe
That's
I
just
only
so
swap-
dumb. A 20-point character has the potential of doing 14 clicks of damage in 1 turn.
And this is the case where maybe I only swap out for Franklin Richards at that point, and I just keep Franklin for the Perplex Prob, or I swap out for who knows? I mean, I don't need to swap out both. I can just swap out for one thing depending on what it is.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
do. I mean, you'd have to swap out both to get the thing. But
Yes, that's true.
Cosby Thing and Buzz or Chuck have enhancements, so Thing Robot could do 6, not 7.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So like you could swap out Julia and Leech for Franklin, and then Invisible for what else is 40 points out there for Fantastic Four? Let's check. Fantastic Four.
For how many points you said?
40, because you're just taking out Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
Prime Ghost Rider. Unless you want to really have the.
I
Destroyer.
don't really care. She just doesn't seem to do enough to me.
Actually, do the uncommon Valeria Richards, because that gives you double perplex.
Yes, double perplex, and I can pick TK or something.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually a good option right there too.
How have we went this long and not talk about that figure? Like putting her on the
Honestly,
team.
I
Yeah,
mentioned
for-
her
Yeah.
earlier, just no one heard me.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
didn't
don't know
hear.
what we were thinking. We're all
Yeah,
thinking
that's
on
a
something
definitely
else.
staple. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you know, you take out Julia Power and Artie for Franklin. You take
Yeah.
out Invisible Woman, and you bring in Anome, and then Leech can use Outwit twice, and so can Anome. So you have 4 Outwits.
Yeah, if they don't have stealth, I think that's the way.
Yeah,
if they
that's
don't have
something.
stealth to stop them, then yeah.
Nathaniel Richards,
actually,
if you need another passenger or carrier.
Yeah, and I was actually hearing about something and reading something about it online that when they use their theme team prob, they get to use that twice, and it only counts for one theme team prob.
Yeah, because
you get the second use of prob from the power, not from the theme team.
yeah, it's kind of like a Felix Faust thing.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely an option. And even if I really wanted to be this guy, I could bring in the Mr. Fantastic team-up card for another passenger leadership if I want to.
Who would that go on?
Just like if I didn't want the Invisible Woman, I could just swap her out for him. It's an easy for it.
But you can't play the team-up card then.
Is it at the beginning of the?
I thought they had to be on starting force to do team-up cards.
I don't use team-up cards enough, to be honest with you.
Okay,
So
I
I
don't
honestly
either.
don't know. I wish there was more. I like that they added them, but they added so many of them, and so many of them just aren't used. They're kind of useless. I'll have to look. I don't know if it's the beginning of the game. It might be during force construction that you have to choose one, maybe. Or well, no, it's during force reveals when you pick for a Mazo. I know that one. That's the only one I've used because the Mazo was that good. Other than that, I don't know how the rest of them work. So maybe I'll have to look into that one myself.
But no, I like this team. I think it's got tons. That's the thing about Fantastic Four. It has tons of options.
And that's why I like that they've been flooding us with Fantastic Four, because we haven't had it for so long. And I love the Fantastic Four, so it's really cool. So give us more.
I don't like
just
it.
Not too much.
Overwhelmed.
Just not too much.
Yeah.
Just keep giving us it though. Don't just stop and not give it to us for like 7 years like you did before.
We have too much already. I'm good without it. We can stop.
Hush,
I'm just joking.
hush
I'm
you.
just joking.
Give me more.
Yeah.
Give me more Dooms, because that's what we need. We need more Dr. Dooms. Different
No.
variants. No, we don't. That was sarcasm. We don't need any more Dooms.
And just to throw it out there, if you don't need all 9 spots for Fantastic Four, I would honestly put on some of those sideline active people, because you may have some psychics. So like you want to put on High Evo because there'll be a lot of cosmic teams. You'll want
I think High Evo and what is it,
Diablo
Wizard?
because he'll be mysticals out there.
Oh yeah.
I think
Who is it? Wizard? Is that the one for Scientist?
Wizard is Scientists.
I think he's an option as well. Scientist is still
Mad
out
Thinker
there, pretty
is
good.
Robot.
I'm not thinking
Doom
about
is Fantastic Four. You'll probably want Roland the Skrull for X-Men.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. The
rare.
X-Men Super Scroll. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Free pick a power. Like that Roland is pretty dope.
See, I like him, but I just wish he was more like the Square Super Scroll from Fan 4. I mean, that one was peak of like. He's just so good. He's so much better for 50 and 75.
Yeah.
If they would have done it like that, where you get to pick like certain heroes, like you pick 2 of them at a time or something like that, like they did with Fan, I think that he would have been better. But
Yeah, like
I think
like he could have picked, or he could have just picked an X-Men, like Wolverine, Charge and Blades, Colossus, Invincible, and Super Strength, Cyclops, Running Shot, and RCE.
if it was 50 points, I think we all would have
Yeah.
That's
50 points and maybe 1 or 2 less clicks would be better. You definitely would have seen something, I think.
All right, it is 10:30. We've been doing this for an hour and a half. Kane, anything else you want to add to any of this conversation? Because luckily for Austin, it's only 8:30 by him, I think, or whatever time it is, because he's
it is.
9:30 for
he's
me.
a Californian.
Yep.
I'm on the late end here.
No, I don't really have anything else to add. I mean, we could go on another hour talking about freaking trouble alerts and all that stuff. So no, I don't have nothing else. I'd be interested in what you guys pick on that. But no, I think these teams are pretty solid.
I ended up
They're gonna be
not going
interesting.
with
Yes, they're less of a headache, less to worry about. Yeah, one time I played online, those trouble alerts were a whole thing.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you guys have a base for your team. I'm guessing Dan's gonna want to go with some Asgardian team just because that's kind of his play style.
If he does want to do the Destroyer on there, let me know. He's not a need on my team. He's kind of just there just cause. So
And then
if he
if he
does,
is-
just let me know, Adam. I can just I don't really care.
Well, and then if he is, who was the other prime we just talked about?
The Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
I could
Which
just throw
even
that on the
then-
sideline, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like her. I can see her use. I just don't like her. I'm not saying she's bad. I just don't like her.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only other Prime, I think.
Besides Black Leopard.
Besides Black Leopard, yeah.
Which that Black Leopard makes that team, on Miles' team, pretty clutch.
Black Leopard makes any team he
I mean, it
gets on
makes
really good.
Austin's because
Yeah.
people have
Yeah,
to
true.
have a 10 attack with a 19 defense.
Yeah.
And I forgot that Cosby thing also has thing, but to modify people's values by -2.
So he can use Perplex normally, but he can also use it on the opposing to modify by -2, which is really nice.
Which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
That's pretty
But-
cool.
Yeah, that is going to be our team building. So everyone out there, you can build against our teams now that you know what everyone's playing. Me and Kane will be there for support that day. We'll coach in between, stuff like that.
And as you notice, everybody listening, we didn't put Sky Tyrant. We didn't put crazy things on here, right? I challenge everybody listening.
We aren't
don't
Phoenix
build with
Nest.
those.
We aren't Phoenix Nest. I'm just saying.
We'll save that for Dan. Dan can do that if he wants.
Yes, we
exactly.
enjoy playing this game. We don't have to win. No, I'm just messing with you guys out there.
Well, we want to win.
We want to win, but we don't want to win like everybody else does.
Yeah,
we don't need the Sky Tyrants and the commissioners.
We don't want to feel dirty when we do it.
We want them to feel dirty when we beat them. That's the best thing. I forgot. I used to play with a player called Junior, and he just brought this fun team. I wasn't there. He told me about this. He brought this fun team that he was going to play. It wasn't supposed to win, and he played someone that was super competitive. He brought the meta, and Junior beat him. And the guy took a swing at him afterwards because he was so pissed. Like knocked his figures over and did one of these things. Like, dude, come on! You're playing for the wrong reasons if you get pissy because you lost against a fun team.
It's a game, man.
Yeah, a lot of pent up nerd aggression on that one.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna watch this. He's gonna go, screw you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be our episode.
Hopefully he's grown.
He grew up. But pay attention for our next podcast. We are actually having Patrick Fraser, the runner-up from the charity event from Coffee It Clicks, on Monday because everybody and their mom has been trying to get Azareth on their podcast. And I'm like, runners-up are people too. So we're going to have Patrick Fraser on our team. I feel like all the love goes to the winners and everybody else just gets forgotten about no matter how. Patrick Fraser had a clean sweep going up to the finals and then had some rough luck against Azareth. So, runners up are people too, people.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the show, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there. And as always, keep clicking it.